yesterday I had a realization that literally lightened the load so much for me. I was just like thinking about on this journey that I've been on, um, and I'm like I'm not successful right now. It's like I haven't accomplished anything. Right? I have no money to show for it. Like I've been in sales for about 5 weeks. I haven't made a single dime off of it. But I mean that's not how I'm measuring my progress. But I'm like I'm not successful right now. Like why would people listen to me? And that's a thought that came up in my mind because like I'm in college right now. I'm 20 years old. I'm trying to become successful. But what is like the real definition of like success? Like when you see someone, like, do you think like what defines them as successful? Like if they have this house, if they have this car, that's not success. Even though they accomplish something, that doesn't mean they're successful. Because I've been doing a ton of research on like mindset, getting rich, the mindset that you need to get rich, and like getting money is something that naturally attracts you. Like you need to become the person that naturally like attracts these things. It's a law of the world. It's a law of attraction, a law of attachment. You've probably heard that, but these are genuinely like laws in the world that work. I mean, it's how the world works. I also been doing research into like opposites as well. Like with every single thing, there is an opposite, right? Like with an up, there's a down. With a wet, there's a dry, and with a negative, there's a positive. But maybe I can get into that in a later video. But what I really want to focus on is when we define ourselves as successful right now, we're going to naturally become successful. Because the people that just, became successful, whatever your definition of successful is, when they got this car, when they got this house, they had to become the person before they got that. Like, think of their old identity, right? The person that they always were before they became successful. Like, they would not have these things. So they had to become the person before, they actually got these things. So they were successful in the past, and this is the mindset that I'm trying to have right now. Like I'm successful right now. Because I feel like if you have a goal and if you have like an actual target that you're shooting for, maybe you're shooting for financial freedom, maybe you're shooting for literally anything, any goal that you have in your mind, you're trying to impact people, you're trying to create this business, you're trying to get this job. Like if you have a genuinely like big goal to be successful and you are slowly becoming that person through your habits, through your mindset, and you're already that person right now, then you're successful right now. That is successful. Like, look at all the people around you. Do they have the dreams? Do they have desires to get financial freedom, actually get something more out of life? Like, nobody has these dreams and desires that you have, so you have to be special. So that is true success. True success is being on the journey, and people who fall in love with the journey. Like, this is something that I've been mainly focusing on, because I realized that I just picked up one of my earplugs. I don't know. These are just all around. They're all on the floor. But I feel like on this journey, right? Like if you fall in love with the journey, and if I fall in love with this journey, there's no way I can lose. So I've been really trying to focus on the system to actually get me to this goal that I'm trying to achieve, right? I'm trying to achieve financial freedom. I'm trying to build something that outlasts me. I'm trying to build a life of impact. My whole life I've been super invisible, super meaningless, and I've been on this evolution journey. I've been trying to actually impact the world, because like why not? Like I have one shot at this life, so I might as well go all out, try to impact as many people as I possibly can, because I was born with God-given abilities to communicate. I've been born with a very unique mind, a unique life. Like God gave me this very extraordinary life. Like I grew up very different from other people, not really, gelling with the environment. And I always asked why. And I started actually going after my purpose. I actually started to, do something that gave my life impact. And on this journey, I had a goal, I had a destination, and I was like, why aren't people listening to me? Because I've been making content for the past, 4 months. And I mean, I'm not really attached to numbers. I've been enjoying the process. I mean, I'm still going, right? I've literally seen people fall, next to me. Like way back when I started, I used to talk to people that were also starting YouTube. They're like, yeah, man, we're gonna blow up, we're gonna get rich, and then they fell off after like a month. And I have zero signs of slowing down, and I can slow down because of the mindset that I built over the summer. And it would honestly just look dumb for me to give up. So if you're starting something, if you're on this journey to success, just know that you're ahead of everyone, and like there's no way that you can lose if you fall in love with the process. And what I'm doing to fall in love with the process. So I'm obviously in college right now. I don't want to be here. Right? I'm not. Well, I mean, I do and I don't want to be here because I don't want to be here because I'm around people who, they want to get a 9 to 5. They want to live an average life. They want to live a comfortable life. Like I see college as this like big highway. I got this perspective shift like over the weekend. Like college is this big, like everyone is on this like 1 lane highway or this big highway, and everyone's just waiting. It's like a jammed highway, and everyone's waiting for the next car to go, or they're waiting for their exit. They're waiting till their sophomore year, their junior year. You're just waiting to live a boring life, a comfortable life. But then there's the one car that goes, on the express lane, right? They zoom past everyone. They take the risky route, and that's exactly the path that I'm going down. I also made a TikTok about this. I've been posting on TikTok really consistently. I love just making TikToks and stuff. I think I just hit, I think I'm pushing like 1K followers on TikTok. I just hit 10K likes. But I'm not really attached to numbers. I'm still trying to figure out my footing, but I'm really putting my true passion into YouTube because this is where I'm going to make a sustainable impact. I know it. That's why I'm documenting this whole process, and I'm like building the foundation of my life. So how have I actually fell in love with the process? And I think it's the fact that like I'm successful right now. I need to embody the person that actually deserves these things, right? Because like I'm in college, I want to be here. I'm around people that are degenerate. I'm not degenerate. I don't drink. Obviously, I don't. I'm trying to make my life actually worth it. So being around all these people has definitely dragged me down. Like my environment has dragged me down a little bit. I've been super locked into my diet the past couple months, and then being surrounded by all this junk food, kind of makes me slip up once in a while, which obviously I'm not proud of. But I'm human, right? It's all about your environment. Like I have habits that I had back home that I don't have now, and I have habits now that I didn't have when I was at home. So it's like your environment is everything, and I guarantee when I go back, like right now, like personally, I'm like addicted to like food right now. Like food is a huge pleasure for me, which is something that I'm trying to overcome. I'm trying to flip food as fuel instead of pleasure, because I could go to the dining hall and get like an infinite amount of food, all these seed oils that are horrible for you. So I can pretty much just go there. I have infinite access to food, and ultimately that food makes me dumber, makes me slower. But I've been like framing that as a pleasure, and I shouldn't do that. So I'm trying to reframe it as fuel. But this wasn't a problem when I was back home because I didn't have infinite food, right? So then when I go back home, then it's not going to be a problem. So essentially your environment is everything. And the more you optimize your environment, the less willpower that you have to get over, and the more you'll actually enjoy your journey. Like you need to create an environment where winning is like inevitable. This is what truly successful people do, right? They create their environment. That they don't go on their phone in the morning. They create a system that they actually like, and there's like mini rewards along the way. Like I just made a video on this. Like right when I wake up, I read. I love reading. My favorite book is Psycho Cybernetics. I wake up, I read for like an hour or two. It depends, right? I do high ticket sales, so I'm on like an offer right now, and I do like cold calling. It's not really cold calling, but it's like a blast SMS, which is like it sends a text message. But okay, this is useless, but I essentially like am on the computer and I call these like contractors and stuff. But I've been doing that in the morning too. So essentially, like leaving rewards on the way to your journey is the best way to enjoy the process, and thinking that you actually deserve these things. If you walk around like the person that possesses the things that you want, it's an infinite amount of like motivation, because when you possess the things that you want, when you walk around like you already have these things. Like I walk around like I have like 1 million subs on YouTube. I walk around like I make all this money. I make 100K a month. It's like, because money is energy, and what you put out in the world, you get back. Like, it's a law of attraction, law of detachment. If you detach from the outcome, if you don't put out this, if you have an abundance mindset, that is the absolute key. Because people who have an abundance mindset, they walk around like they already have these things. And when you walk around with like a scarcity mindset, when you walk around like a loser, then you put out this needy energy. Like, you need to think of yourself as someone who already has these things, then they'll naturally come to your life. But yeah, I kind of accepted my life as I'm always in like an in-between phase. I'm always like, I'm in college. I'm like, oh, like, once I get financial freedom, then I'll be happy. Like, I used to have that mindset a little bit. Like, nothing was ever set in stone. I was like, I'm so uncertain about the future, the unknown. But then yesterday I was just walking. I was like, because I walk to the library every single day. It's like a 15-minute walk, and I walk to the library to take my my sales calls. I walk to the library just to grind on my business, my content, and that obviously it doesn't suck, but it's not very convenient, right? And I do that because I have a roommate, and I have to find my own space to lock in on my business and lock in on my purpose. So when I walk to these places, I'm really trying to understand like why I'm doing this. Like really find your why. I think that's the key. And because when you're always in this in-between phase in life, there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be the unknown. But once you actually accept that, and you accept that the anticipation of something will be far greater and far more you'll get more dopamine from the anticipation, like thinking about the thing. And then once you get it, then it's like this is me with like food. Like, I like anticipate the food. It's called a craving, right? There's like the cue, craving, reward, and or something like that from Atomic Habits. But really like think about that anticipation, because the anticipation of the thing that you want is essentially going to be the thing that you like about your journey. And just fully accepting yourself that you're always going to be in an in-between phase, this allows you to enjoy the journey more. And this is just a realization that I had yesterday, and it genuinely like changed my life. Because like, I love where I'm at. I'm obviously not rich yet, but I already am rich in my mind. And using gratitude as well has helped me so much. Just being like grateful for the things that I want. Like, I'm already grateful for my life, my future life. Because I walk around like I have it already, and I know the emotions that I'm going to have when I have these things, when I have my dream family, the amount of lives I impact doing this. Like, the thing I'm going for is amazing. Like, every day I wake up, right, I'm just like so excited to get after the day. And it's just like, you have to accept that the unknowns will just come to you. You can't figure out everything at once. Like, I fully just accepted that I'm always in this in between, this uncomfortable phase. But like, you have to find comfort and peace. You have to find peace in the storm, because life is a constant storm of problems. You're always gonna have problems, and because the goal is the process. And when you fall in love with the journey, you actually can't lose. If you get better and you never stop, like, you can't lose. That is like a law of the universe. If you keep going, and you get better every single time, you just never stop. The thing that you want, it'll have to come to you. That's how the universe works, and that's how you ultimately get your dream life. That's how you enjoy the journey. If you enjoy the journey, then success is literally inevitable.